players. Today, we have a lot of science. We're up to 48,109.4. I guess we don't need to go for science as much as we need to go for infrastructure, and that is creating some nice drills. I don't think we have one on the Mun. We have one on Minimus. So let's see what we've built up. Okay, this is automated, so I don't necessarily have to send an engineer. Yep, Kerbal tried to sneak aboard. So this could almost get into orbit by itself on the first stage. Check that out. With a 1.4. Should put some solid rocket boosters on it just to get it up off the pad. .2. Good enough. That'll help give it a little bit of drag in the ass. This is just gonna live on the Mun. It's not coming back. Just part of the infrastructure. Hopefully we'll land in some ore-rich place. Do you have the Kerbal net access I could look at? Check out the overlay. Got plenty of fuel, land on some good spot. Alright, loud noise in 3, 2, 1. I guess our next challenge is to drill to everybody. That means landing on everybody. I don't see the Mun in the sky anywhere. Start pitching over now. Wraps is only 35. Speed's just now getting 600. Yeah, I bet you I can do a much better flight profile with this thing. It's burning a lot of fuel just trying to drag its own self up there. If we see the moon come up on the horizon, we'll just keep burning. Wraps 83. Got a little toasty. Got the fairing heating up. It's kind of surprising. Oh, there it is. Burn. Now we just have to go up till we meet the moon. Very good. No power issues. Because we got RTGs on board. Let's get a little more efficient. Guess we need to drop a quick save. We haven't done that. quick save. How do we get the overlay back up? I think I have to do it from this thing. Alright, let's see if it stays when I switch. No, it doesn't. Well, how are we going to do this? I want to land in the light side, but it looks like a lot of the light side is not very profitable. I have to do it on this crater right here. That's the one we're passing over now. See if we come back around. Will it still be in the light? It should be. It's locked, right? So we're gonna go retrograde, do another quick save, come down a little bit. Just try and keep an eye on this crater right here. That one had the ore. We gotta go a little anti-normal. We're too perfect on the equator. There we go, it's pretty good. Our delta V is 4. Thrust to weight, delta V is 1400. Gonna do another quick save, just in case anything bugs out. And we will retrograde and burn. If we can land right in here, that would be nice. Right in there. Pitch a little up. I gotta avoid that crater right there. Can I go anti-normal? Will that help? Yep. That got me away from that crater, so I should be landing on a nice flat spot. It switched over to surface. Alright, this is when we have to start matching these things a little bit. Let me check on chat here. Make sure it's connected. Chat's fine. Alright, we avoided that crater. I'm gonna go a little radio out and see what happens. Coming in a little sideways. We got plenty of fuel to land. I don't even want this stage. I want to land on this stage. Killed off most of our sideways velocity. That's just dead weight. I don't even know why I still have that on. Forgot to eject it. Try not to drop below 10 meters per second. Just keep an eye on these two right here. There is no water. Make sure it stays radio out. There's my shadow. Perfect. Yeah, she's pretty flat ground. Right there would be better, but I ain't moving it. We'll slowly slide that way. Extender radiators. Get a little closer to the ground, I guess. See if we can drill and still slide around. Yep, there is definitely ore. I didn't bring any experiments to run. So now that has a valuable piece of infrastructure on the moon. Let's go see what's going on over here. You guys got any science? A little bit. You can stop your research. You're out of science. Got four something. Keep all that so we can return. We'll put it in here. This station should really get abandoned because, yeah, it's time for these guys to go home. There's nothing but chicks here. They're only level 1. Well, we'll let them live here. Now making a tanker that goes from this planet or from this moon up to here could be another priority. Moon tankers aren't really the best. It's kind of hard to get on and off the moon compared to Minimus. Let's go check out what's going on Minimus. Haven't been to these places in a while. How are you guys doing? You got 2 science you can transmit. You have a return vehicle so you guys can get home if you want. So we can just role play that they're doing crew rotations and this return vehicle just keeps launching. It was Moho that we didn't get to get the science off of because I forgot about Moho. Seriously considering trying to land this thing. Moho is light gravity. It has a thrust to weight of point, uh, 0.57, so maybe not. I need to get a booster here. Boost it down. Let's going to be another 500 science here. And then the lab will probably refill. Yep, lab refilled. Transmit again. I'm going to stop research. Transmit science. Fast forward. There we go. Start my science again. It refills. It's another 500. This thing's got 7,000 delta V. I could definitely get home. What am I doing? Transmit. Fast forward. Power's still doing good. Research doing good. Hey, what's going on, Chris? Yeah, I just sent a drill to the moon. Now I'm visiting the labs that I forgot to milk for science last episode. It keeps refilling, so I'm going to keep transmitting. I guess we got to send one to Duna. We got to send a drill to Duna. We got one on Mimus. We got one on the Mun. Wonder what window's coming up. Duna doesn't look like it. Looks like we passed Duna's window. And a little bit of science. I brought a bunch of parachutes. I could probably land this thing, but it ain't getting back off. Definitely needs a lander. Let's check out what our science is going to be now. $50,000. 20.8. That's pretty good. It's pretty juicy. Um, the labs have RTGs on them. The habitats just have solar. So I got into a little problem with solar 2 episodes ago with one of my habs. Almost got stranded out there. Had a power bug where the solar powers weren't doing anything, and I didn't have. the freaking engineer board. An extra pilot slipped in instead of an engineer. So I had to freaking cheat the electricity a little bit on that just to get in orbit. Then I sent another crew out there to save him. Sent the engineer out. So I got an engineer, a pilot, and a friggin' scientist at every body in the system now. So that's pretty cool. So now I guess I'm just gonna set up more infrastructure. Alright, this is their drill. Need to change this for the blue one. Does that destroy my shell? No. Yeah, I could buy the entire tech tree with that, but I don't grind the tech tree anymore. I'll just go ahead and cheat and get all the parts because NASA's far beyond these parts here that you get. So I'm just planning to lay my own goals, populate the entire solar system, and get some good infrastructure on, get a way for each of them to come home. As long as they can get there and come home, that's pretty cool. They got a bunch of more science to do before they can come home, though. Such as dropping this drill off. Speaking of science, I needed this part right here. Where's the science? I needed that for the drill. Alright, this thing is still going to be heavy as hell, so we're going to need more parachutes. Plus it's going to be Duna, so it's not going to be a whole lot. Some blue boys. There, that'll be plenty. Covers up the windows, but they don't need windows. I don't even think I'm going to put an engineer on it. This will probably help us drop into the atmosphere, but I'll just let it crash. We won't need it. Gonna rename this. Yeah, those laboratories are overpowered when it comes to science. Alright, we're gonna need some sort of asparagus staging with this thing. Fuel lines. Alright, what'd that do to the staging? .87 thrust weight off the pad. Just cap these off with something. Alright, what does that give me? If I can get this fat boy into orbit, I'll freaking refuel it and send the whole thing there, and then just have a extra fuel floating in orbit at Duna. I don't know, should I put parachutes on this thing anyway? Let's wait till morning. No Kerbal nothing on board. That's good. Power up. All the buttons. C. Loud noise. Boom. No boom. Apoapsis is only 23. Orbital speed is 530. Side boosters clean separation. Perhaps only 34. Ride prograde up to 100. Looks like we aren't going anywhere. We're gonna have to pitch up. App is only 37 still. Okay, we're rising now. Web is 30, we're at 39. I mean 40, 44. Periaps is zone wonderful. There's 100. Yeah, we got a little toasty on that one. Means we can refuel this bad boy. Deliver a bunch of fuel to Duna. You know what? That might be a bit much. Got 2,000 Delta V. Probably 1,800 by the time we circularize. We don't need that. Alright, that's circularization. Quick save. Plot our way to Duna. It's in 1 year, 423 days. How long has your space program been going? Oh, less than 100 years, I knew that. Hmm. Alright, well, let's set up for another launch. We'll we'll get a drill in the air for each body. Just as the air windows pop up, we'll just send them. This will be drill number 4. Did a Kerbal sneak on board? Forgot to check. Nope. No Kerbal snuck on board. Alright. SAS. This thing. That thing. Z. Look out. Here we go. Did our parachutes turn red last time? Perhaps it's 43. Pitch over. A little more. Did a little bit more of a hook so we weren't as toasty. But now our periaps is a lot lower. So I don't know which one's more efficient. I guess whichever one has better delta V. Perhaps is 53. We are pretty much chasing Apoaps right now, right there. Hold on. I gotta ban somebody. Do 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 do. Pot. Filling views. Block user. Refresh. Alright. Back to rockets. Apoaps is 61. Going up to 100. 90. There's 100. Come on. Apps. Go. We have orbit. 1807. We didn't need this. We dragged us up here already. Oh well. Should have deployed that earlier. Alright. Can this get to Eve? Yes, it can, without a problem. So it can get to Eve's moon. And this goes in 398 days. The antenna on this thing isn't very big, so we're going to lose coverage till we get in there. Do a quick save. I can't target. There we go. Set as target. There you go. Just about a year. Hmm. Now we got to think about what we can do to send this thing to Dres. We're going to send it to Dres and hook it up to the station. We don't have we don't have enough fuel for these guys to get home anyhow. So we really desperately need a Dres mission of some sort. Okay, I guess that'll be next episode. We can put the drill up in the air and we can refuel it. Set it course. Should be able to get to Dres with this thing. Fully fueled. Zero 05. Control 5 won't need parachutes. What will it need? Bigger antenna. Oh, it fits. Nice. Make sure no crew. Send it. These are kind of tough to get into orbit. Purple button, Delta V button, that thing, Z, go. Going up to 100. Stage was clear. We're most of the way through the atmosphere, so I'm pitching over dramatically. We're only going 700 meters per second. We're going slow. Confetti. Upwaps 71. 75. We're climbing, we're climbing. Lap Waps is reaching 90 now. We're going to cut it at 100. There's 100. Our height is beyond the warp speed that we need. Nice. Here we go for our orbital burn. Orbital insertion burn nominal. Quick save. Shut down our engine. Alright, this one we definitely need to refill. What does it say? 1825. Dres. Calculate. Start burn in 93 days. We can do that. It'll take 1500. Alright, let's send the claw up and refill this thing one time. And then that should give us enough fuel to stop too. And then whatever's left in it can help the boys get home. Or help this thing land. I don't know, I just might keep this thing in orbit until we get a good landing system for Dres going on. I don't know if this is the best landing system. I might rather use the arrow spikes. But it was good launch. That was my hour-long show where science is at 50,020.8. Thank you guys for stopping by. I'm going to drop a save, 22. And we'll catch you guys later.